You're watching South Asia Newsline, and here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Monday, the 22nd of January. India's PM Modi leads consecration of Grand Ram Temple in Ayodhya. Bilawal Bhutto says polls to be fight between his party and PML-N. And Sri Lanka Catholic Church to declare Easter attack victims as saints. And now for all the details. Amidst echoing chants of Vedic mantras and hymns, India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Monday led the nation in the grand opening of the newly built Lord Ram's temple in Ayodhya. Coming months before the general elections, the historic event delivered on a campaign promised PM Modi's BJP made more than 3 decades ago. Take a look.
Amidst echoing chants of Vedic mantras and hymns, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Monday performed the Pran Pratishtha of Hindu Lord Ram in the newly built Grand Temple in the ancient city of Ayodhya. Leading the celebrations, PM Modi said the temple is of national consciousness in the form of Lord Ram. When Ram is honoured, its effect does not last for years or centuries. Its effect is for thousands of years, he said. Calling January 22 as beginning of a new Kal Chakra or time cycle, PM Modi said people would remember today's date even after thousands of years.
हमारे रामलला अब टेंट में नहीं रहेंगे। हमारे रामलला अब इस दिव्य मंदिर में रहेंगे। मेरा पक्का विश्वास है, अपार श्रद्धा है कि जो घटित हुआ है इसकी अनुभूति देश के, विश्व के कोने-कोने में राम भक्तों को हो रही होगी.
While the event has ignited religious fervour across India, similar celebrations were witnessed in Nepal. Hindus believe Janakpur town in Nepal to be the maternal home of goddess Sita, wife of Lord Ram. People were seen seeking blessings in the temple dedicated to goddess Sita as the grand opening ceremony took place in India.
हमारी सनातनी को, हमारी संस्कार को, हमारी संस्कृति को रक्षा करने का जो दायित्व हमारे कंधे में आया है, हमको लगता है आज का दिन एक नई युग का शुरुआत हो रहा है। एक नया युग में हम लोग प्रवेश कर रहे हैं और श्री राम का युग में हम लोग प्रवेश कर रहे हैं, पुनः उसको स्थापित कर रहे हैं। और उनकी जो जितनी भी उनकी चरित्र है, उनका जो उनका देन है, वो सारी बातों को हम लोग आगे बढ़ा रहे हैं। इसलिए हम पुनः सारे नेपालियों की तरफ से हम इस हर्षोल्लास में जो हम लोग आज मौका मिला है, उसके लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देना चाहते हैं।
For decades, the ancient city was embroiled in a complex judicial dispute. In a historic judgment in 2019, India's Supreme Court paved the way for construction of the grand Hindu temple at the site believed to be the birthplace of Lord Ram. The event, which signifies the Hindu faith of the triumph return of their deity, also marks the fulfillment of PM Modi's BJP decades-long campaign promise of building the temple.
Ahead of the general election in February, Pakistan People's Party chairman Bilawal Bhutto-Zardari on Sunday urged people to vote for him and said that the polls will be a struggle between his party and PML-N party led by former Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif. Addressing a public gathering, Bhutto said, except for his party, all the parties represent elites who benefit affluent individuals while harming the poor. He stated that his party would help the country overcome all political, economic and security issues. Pakistan, which is operating under a caretaker government, secured a $3 billion IMF loan last July that helped it pull back from the brink of a sovereign debt default. However, the 9-month standby arrangement is set to expire this spring, and the IMF is facing tough choices on how to deal with Pakistan's debt situation after the February 8 election. Moving on, Absence of proper medical facilities in Gilgit Baltistan has remained a matter of grave concern for the locals in the region. They cite the negligent attitude of Islamabad as the primary cause for their misery.
Quality healthcare is not just bedrock of a healthy society, but also an indispensable component in the growth of a country or region. But unfortunately, locals in Gilgit-Baltistan, a territory under Pakistan's illegal occupation, are suffering due to lack of health facilities. A local said it is injustice that people in the region are forced to travel to Islamabad for even their basic treatment, while there is no machinery to diagnose them.
तो हुकूमत को चाहिए कि गिलगित बल्तिस्तान में हेल्थ के हवाले से जो है तमाम फैसिलिटीज़ उसके जितने भी डायग्नोस्टिक मशीनरी है उसकी यहाँ पे इंस्टॉलेशन उसको यकीनी बनाएं, वरना गिलगित बल्तिस्तान में अगर इसी तरह ही लोग जो है छोटे छोटे केसेस रेफर करवा के इस्लामाबाद जाते जाएंगे तो मेरे ख्याल में ये बहुत बड़ी ज़्यादती है। यहाँ के लोगों की आमदनी इंतहाई महदूद है, वसाइल यहाँ पे महदूद है, रोज़गार के बिल्कुल जो मौक़े हैं वो इंतहाई नापेद हैं, तो इन तमाम मामलों को देखने की ज़रूरत है।
Another resident said Pakistan's apathetic attitude has worsened the situation, with the health sector deteriorating due to excuses like low budget.
किसकी वजह से नहीं हो रहा है?
गिलगित बल्तिस्तान में कहते हैं कि फंड्स की कमी की वजह से अभी फ़िलहाल जो हेल्थ इन्वायरमेंट फंड से इलाज की सहूलियत थी उनको रोक दिया गया है। तो आज हमारी बात हो गई थी एक ज़िम्मेदार से, वो कह रहे थे कि हमने फ़ाइल चीफ सेक्रेटरी और सेक्रेटरी फाइनेंस को भिजवा दी है, लेकिन वहाँ से कोई जवाब नहीं आ रहा।
And Sri Lanka's Catholic Church Cardinal Malcolm Ranjit has announced a move to declare all the victims of the 2019 Easter bombing attacks on its 5th anniversary as saints, local media reports have suggested. The Cardinal on Sunday said one can be called saint after the completion of 5 years since their sacrifice, and they have been decided to officially declare them saints on 21st of April. 9 suicide bombers belonging to the local Islamist extremist group carried out the series of devastating blasts that tore through 3 Catholic churches and 3 luxury hotels in 2019, killing nearly 270 people. Over the past 5 years, Cardinal Ranjit was at loggerheads with Sri Lankan government seeking justice for the victims. He slammed all investigations as a sham and a political cover-up. Moving on, after a teenage boy from a remote island in Maldives lost his life due to delay in airlifting him to capital Malé, opposition leaders have slammed President Mohammed Muizzu for restricting the use of the aircrafts provided by India. According to Maldivian news portal Sun Online, parents of the child have alleged the medical evacuation was delayed for hours, during which his condition deteriorated. Former Maldivian Defence Minister Maria Didi questioned the restriction by Muizzu administration and said, is the government's refusal to use all available facilities, including the Indian aircrafts, to save Maldivian lives justifiable? Echoing a similar stance, opposition lawmaker Mikhail Nazim said people cannot pay with their lives to satisfy President's animosity towards India. The incident comes amid strained ties between Malé and New Delhi, with the former asking India to withdraw its troops, including around 12 medical personnel stationed in Maldives by March 15. The famous Wular Lake in India's Jammu and Kashmir has attracted an impressive gathering of over 40,000 migratory birds this year. The revelation was made by local authorities in their preliminary survey of the lake, which is recognized as a crucial international asset. The notable sightings include red-crested pochard, ruddy shelduck and grey lag goose. Interestingly, some birds were spotted for the first time since the restoration efforts in the lake. Each year, migratory birds make their journey from regions such as Siberia, Japan, China and other countries to the wetlands of Kashmir.
काफ़ी सारी बर्ड्स आए हैं जिनमें ग्रे लैगीज, रेड क्रेस्टेड पोचार्ड है, हमारे कॉमन शेल डक्स आए हैं और इम्पोर्टेंटली हमारे ब्लैक नेक ग्रीव्स वापस आए हैं जो लास्ट टाइम फर्स्ट टाइम हमने देखे थे, इस साल फिर से वापस आए हैं। तो हम एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं हम जो लास्ट टाइम फर्स्ट टाइम बर्ड्स देखे थे उसके अलावा भी काफ़ी सारी बर्ड्स इस साल भी आएंगे।
That's all in tonight's edition. We will see you same time tomorrow.